Hello there, good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. Now, in this discussion, we will talk about quadrilaterals, some of the quadrilaterals. Ngayon, pag-usapan natin ano nga ba yung mga properties ng parallelogram, what are the theorems on rectangle, as well as on rhombus, what are theorems on trapezoid, and also what are theorems on kite. So, iilan lang po ito sa mga quadrilaterals na pag-uusapan natin. Now, first, pag-usapan natin yung properties of parallelogram. So, unang property ni parallelogram is that in a parallelogram, any two opposite sides are congruent. So, sabi dito, yung opposite sides daw are congruent. So by illustration, this is our parallelogram, for example. Now, saan dito yung opposite sides niya? If this is one side, its opposite is ito. And they are said to be congruent. If this is another side, opposite of that is this. And they are congruent. So pag sinabi natin congruent, measurements are equal. For example, given we have parallelogram WILD, W-I-L-D. Given side WI is equal to x plus 1 and side DL is equal to 2x minus 5. We need to find the value of x applying property number 1. So according to parallelogram property number 1, any two opposite sides are congruent. So here, in our illustration, alam natin na yung side WI is opposite of side DL. Thus, they are congruent. That concludes WI is equal to side DL. So, substitution tayo. Alam natin na yung WI is x plus 1. Palitan na po natin. Ganun din po yung DL, magiging 3x minus 5. Then, combine like terms, lahat ng may mga x, pagsasamahin natin po. Ilalagay natin sa left part, while the constant will be put on the right part. So, 3x transpose sa kabila magiging negative. Yung 1 na to magiging negative also. And then, do the addition. 1x minus 3x is negative 2x. Negative 5 minus 1 is negative 6. Since we're talking about finding the value of x, yung x natin may kasama siyang negative 2. Ang gagawin natin, we will divide both by negative 2. So, negative 2x divided by negative 2 is simply x, and negative 6 divided by negative 2 is positive 3. So, that means the value of x is equal to 3. Alam na natin na yung x is equal to 3. Pwede na nating malaman what is the measurement of WI and the L by substitution also. So, papalitan na natin yung x ng 3. So, x plus 1 is 3 plus 1. That is the side WI. Para naman sa side DL, 3 times 3 minus 5, that is also 4. So, that is correct. Two opposite sides of your parallelogram are congruent. Dako naman tayo sa property number 2. Sa property number 2, sinasabi dito that in a parallelogram, any two opposite angles are congruent. Ngayon naman, pag-usapan natin yung angles. Same parallelogram. If this is our reference angle, opposite angle is ito. For example, so given, we have parallelogram bush. Angle U is 7x minus 21, and angle H is x plus 15. We will apply the property 2 of parallelogram. Again, opposite sides or opposite angles here are congruent. Okay, so typo error, it must be opposite angles. Opposite angles are congruent. So, alam naman natin that angle U is opposite to angle H. That concludes that they are equal. So, angle U is equal to angle H. Substitution, U is 7x minus 21, h natin is x plus 15. Katulad ng ginawa natin, we will combine. Lahat ng may mga variable ilalagay po sa left part, lahat ng constant ilalagay po sa right part. So yung x, the green x will be transposed to the other, it will become negative. Yung negative 21 ilipat magiging positive 21. And then do the subtraction or addition. So 7x minus 1x is 6x. 15 plus 21 is 36. Divided by x, divided by x, 6 rather, para makuha po yung x natin. So 36 divided by 6 is 6. That means the value of x is 6. So pwede nating malaman what is the value of u and what is the value of h. So papalitan lang natin yung x. So sa u muna tayo. So 7x minus 21 becomes 7 times 6. 7 times 6 is 42 minus 21. That is equal to 21. So ganun din dito sa angle H, papalitan natin. 6 plus 21 is 21. So 21, 21. Angle U is congruent to angle H. They are opposite angles. That is property number 2. Sa property number 3 naman, still in a parallelogram, any two consecutive angles are supplementary. Kanina, kung yung opposite angles are congruent, ngayon naman, kung yung dalawang angle ng parallelogram magkakasunod, they are said to be supplementary. So pag sinabi nating supplementary, sum is equal to 180. So we need to add the two consecutive angles and the sum is equal to 180. Ito po yung example ng consecutive. This plus this angle is equal to 180 degrees. Or let's say for example, this angle is consecutive to this. Or this angle is consecutive to this. They are, when you add these two angles, the answer is 180 degrees. For example, in a parallelogram milk, angle K is 3x minus 5 and angle L is equal to 7x minus 5. So, unang yung titignan palagi, ano yung relationship ng dalawang angle. In this case, angle K and angle L are consecutive. They are not opposite. If they are opposite, they are congruent. If they are consecutive, they are supplementary. So pag sinabi natin supplementary, we will add the two angles and the sum is 180 degrees. That is angle K plus the angle L is equal to 180 degrees. Then substitution. Palitan lang yung value ni K, 3x minus 5. Ganun din yung angle L, 7x minus 5 is equal to 180. Combine, 3x plus 7x is 10x. Negative 5 minus 5 is negative 10. Ilipat natin yung constant sa right side. Sa negative 10, magiging positive, kaya nagiging 190 po ito. That is because 180 plus 10. Then we will divide by 10 to find the value of x. 190 divided by 10 is 19. That is the value of x. Pwede na nating malaman kung ano yung value ni k by changing x. Ganun din pa yung value ni L. So start tayo sa L. So 7 times 19 minus 5 is 128. Ganun din yung case dito. 3 times 19 minus 5, that is 52. Check natin. 52 plus 128 is 180. So that is property number 3. Consecutive angles are supplementary. Okay, dako tayo sa parallelogram property number 4. So sabi dito, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So, para sa illustration natin, we have, this is the diagonal. So para sa paggawa ng diagonal, just connect the two opposite angles. We can create two diagonals. Since they are bisect, diagonals are congruent for parallelogram. Not all diagonals of quadrilateral are congruent when they bisect. So dito sa parallelogram, maliban sa they are bisecting each other, they are also congruent. For example, parallelogram home. Given diagonal EO is equal to 2x minus 3 and diagonal HM is equal to x plus 6. Since this is parallelogram, they bisect each other and at the same time they are congruent. Since they are congruent, they are equal. That concludes EO is equal to HM. Palitan na natin. Yung side ni HM is x plus 6. Yung EO naman is 2x minus 3. Then, combine like terms pa rin. 2x ilipat sa kabila. Yung 6 ilipat sa kabila. X minus 2x is negative x. Negative 3 minus 6 is negative 9. Divide both by negative 1 para magiging positive po sa x. That means x is equal to 9. Palitan natin yung mga x dito sa 2x minus 3 at saka sa x plus 6. So 6 plus 9 is 15. And dito naman, 2 times 9 minus 3 is also 15. They are congruent. And that is property number 4. Property number 5. A diagonal of a parallelogram divides the parallelogram into two congruent triangles. So again, diagonal of your parallelogram divides the parallelogram into two congruent triangles. One triangle, and we have another triangle. These two triangles are congruent. This side is equal to that side. This side is equal to that side. This diagonal is equal to this diagonal. The hypotenuse of this triangle is equal to the longest side of this triangle. This angle is equal to this angle. This angle is equal to this angle. They are congruent. Let's talk about the theorems on rectangle. Theorem number 1. If a parallelogram has a right angle, then it has 4 right angles and the parallelogram is a rectangle. So para naman sa rectangle, kailangan meron siyang 4 na right angles. Maliban sa 4 equal sides. So this is a rectangle. Okay, so we have two pair of sides that are parallel. So this side is parallel to this side and they are congruent, and this side is parallel to this side and they are congruent. So meron siyang 4 right angles. So let's apply theorem number 1. So let's say we have a rectangle sign. Given angle n is equal to x minus 5. Now, according to theorem number 1, it has 4 right angles. That means angle S is equal to angle I is equal to angle G is equal to angle N, which is equal to 90 degrees. That concludes angle N is equal to 90 degrees. But N is x minus 5, palitan na natin. Then transpose negative 5. Then do the addition. X is 95. So to check, 95 minus 5 is 90. The value of x is 90. Theorem number 2. The diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. So same siya ni parallelogram. Diagonals of a parallelogram are congruent also. Let's apply theorem number 2. Let's say we have a rectangle take. Given diagonal EA is x plus 4 and diagonal TK is equal to 3x. Applying theorem number 2, sabi dito, diagonals are congruent. That means diagonal TK is equal to diagonal EA. Then substitution, TK is 3x, EA is x plus 4. Ilipat yung x, do the subtraction, then divide both by 2 to get 2. So that means x is equal to 2. Pwede na nating malaman yung sukat ni diagonal by substituting or replacing x with 2. This is 6 and this is 6 also. That concludes the theorem number 2, diagonals are congruent. Theorems on rhombus naman tayo. Rhombus is an inclined square naman. Theorem number 3 for rhombus, the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. So pag sinabi natin perpendicular, it forms right angle. Yung sukat is 90 degrees. As for example, okay, so there's no example. So yun lang para sa theorem number 3 natin, diagonals are perpendicular. Kung yung diagonals, ayan na, kung sa diagonals ni rectangle at saka ni parallelogram, they are congruent, dito naman sa rhombus, they are perpendicular. Theorem number 4, each diagonal of a rhombus bisect opposite angles. So, ibig sabihin, hinahati daw ng diagonal yung angles ng rhombus. So, that means, the whole half of this, the whole of this is equal to the sum of this angle and this angle. So let's apply theorem number 4. Let's say rhombus true. Given angle R. Applying theorem number 4, diagonal daw ni rhombus bisect opposite angles. So, ibig sabihin, if we need to find the angle TRE alone, our formula would be 1/2 of angle TRU, which is kalahati ni 60. Kung gusto mong malaman yung angle dito, just divide it by 2. Kasi nga, according to theorem number 4, diagonal bisect opposite angles. That is, 1/2 of 60 is 30. So that means, 30 yung sukat nito, 30 yung sukat nito. That makes up 60. Now, theorems on trapezoid. The median of a trapezoid is parallel to each base, and its length is 1/2 of the sum of the length of the bases. So, pag sinabi nating median, that is the middle. Okay, middle. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? By illustration, we have trapezoid, and this is the median. This is the base, and this is another base. They are parallel. So, to get the median, simply add the two bases and get the half of it. Base 1 plus base 2, then we will divide it by 2. Let's apply theorem number 6. Let's say we have a trapezoid RIP with median VS. Now, we need to find the value of x given two bases. Since given yung bases natin, at aalamin natin yung median, which is x centimeters, applying theorem number 6, we will get VS, which is our median, is equal to 1/2 base 1, which is RE, plus base 2, which is PA. Papalitan na po natin yung given. Yung TS natin is equal to X, RE is 15, PA is 37. Then do the addition. 15 plus 37 is 52. Then divide it by 2 to get the median. The median is equal to 26. Another example. Same pa rin, same trapezoid, but now, nawawala yung isang base. Let's say, base 1, RE, base 2, 37 centimeters, and the median is 26. Applying again the theorem number 6, the formula is TS is equal to 1/2 times the sum of the two bases. Median, this is our basis. Substitution lang, TS is 26, RE is X, and PA is 37. Now, since the variable X is on the right part, together with 37 and 1/2, the first thing we need to do here is to multiply 26 by 2 to eliminate 1/2, because 2 times 1/2 is 1, right? So when you multiply this side by 2, we need to multiply the other side to make it balance. 26 times 2 is 52. That's the time 1/2 will be rid of. The remaining will be X plus 37. Transpose 37, then do the subtraction. X is equal to 15. That means base RE is equal to 15. Another theorem for trapezoid. The base angles of an isosceles trapezoid are congruent. So pag sinabi natin base angle, makikita siya sa baba. These are the base angles of the trapezoid. And again, they are congruent. So let's apply theorem. Let's say trapezoid fork, given angle K and angle R. Since they are base angles, they are congruent. That concludes angle K is equal to angle R. By substitution, K is X, R is 2X minus 3. Ilipat yung 2X sa kabila, magiging negative. Then do the subtraction, X minus 2X is negative X. To get rid of negative sa X na part, we will multiply both by negative 1 or divide by negative 1. That means X is equal to 3. Pwede na nating malaman yung sukat ng ating angle. So X, papalitan lang ng 3. That means K is 3, and this is 2 times 3 minus 3, which is also 3 centimeters. They are congruent. Opposite angles of isosceles trapezoid are supplementary. So opposite angles, kabaliktaran, they are supplementary. These are opposite angles. Again, they are supplementary. To find supplementary, just add the two angles of a trapezoid. Let's say, for example, we have a trapezoid form, given angle M 3x minus 8 and angle A 7x plus 8. They are opposite, thus supplementary. Pagdating naman sa parallelogram, sa rhombus at saka sa rectangle, if they are opposite, they are congruent. Dito naman sa trapezoid, if they are opposite, they are supplementary. So we need to add angle M and angle A, and the sum is 180. Then substitution, combine 2x plus 7 is 10, negative 8 plus 8 is 0, copy, divide by 10, the answer is 18. Now, we will be able to find the angle. So 7 times 18 plus 8, and we have 3 times 18 minus 8. So sa angle M naman, we have 46. Sa angle A is 134. So to check, 134 plus 46 is 180. They are supplementary. The diagonals of an isosceles trapezoid are congruent. These are congruent. Let's apply theorem number 9. Given trapezoid fish. Diagonal Fs is x plus 2 and diagonal Hi is 3x plus 2. Diagonals again are congruent. So that means diagonal Fs is equal to diagonal Hi. Substitution. Combine yung may mga x. Then do the subtraction. Divide by negative 2. That is x. Lahat ng x dito papalitan natin ng 0. So ito magiging 0 plus 2. And this one 3 times 0 plus 2. And the answer is 2. They are congruent. Last, theorems on kite. Exactly one pair of opposite angles of a kite are congruent. If this is your angle, that is the opposite, and they are congruent. And this angle is congruent to this angle, since they are opposite. For example, we have kite team. Given, angle A is x plus 4, and angle E is 2x minus 1. Applying theorem number 10, angle TAM or angle A is congruent to angle MET or angle E. Then, replacement, combine like terms, do the addition or subtraction, divide by negative 1. X is equal to 5. Then we will replace all x's here by 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 times 5 minus 1 is also 9. They are congruent. Two adjacent sides of the kite are congruent. Conditional. Bakit siya naging conditional? Kasi hindi, not doesn't mean na adjacent talaga or magkakasunod. Okay, meron pa tayong restriction. So pag sinabing adjacent here, we are looking only dito. Either baba or taas. So if this is your side, yung tinutukoy na adjacent dito is eto. Kung nasa baba yun, baba lahat. They are congruent. Kung sa taas naman tayo titingin, the adjacent is yung nasa taas lang din. They are congruent. Let's apply theorem number 11. Given kite boat. Given, we have side HT and we have side TO. So applying theorem number 11, they are adjacent below. That means they are congruent. HT is equal to OT. Then substitution, combine like terms, simplify, divide by 2 to get 5. Palitan ulit lahat ng x dito ng 5, that is 17. They are congruent. That would be all for our session sa ating quadrilaterals. Have a nice day.